While I'm on here today, I just want to share a few tips and tricks with you. What I want to share and talk with you guys about today is the importance of the right mentality whenever you go to practice. Okay, now that baseball has opened up in certain areas, now that baseball is being played in certain areas, I want to make sure that you are absolutely ready, firing on all cylinders to make sure that you can come through for your team when you need to come through. The biggest thing, one of the most popular questions that I get all the time is, how do I transfer my confidence to the games? Like, I do so well at practice. I do so well at home when I'm working out with my father or when I'm just working out by myself. But when it comes to the games, I'm not there. I don't come through. I'm not clutch. You know what I'm saying? One of the real reasons why that leads up to not being able to perform on game day is because you practice too soft. You guys practice too soft. You know, I tell my kids all the time, you need to turn up the heat at practice and stop practicing so soft. What I mean by soft is, why is it that when we go to practice, we make sure when we're hitting off the tee, it's right down the middle every single time? We place the tee right in our happy spot as if the pitcher is throwing it to our happy spot every single time. We don't work on our weaknesses. We stay away from it because our weaknesses feel terrible to work on. But yet we wonder why our weaknesses remain our weaknesses. You don't attack them enough at practice, and that's why they remain your weaknesses. Practice is a place where you expose your weaknesses so you will not be exposed come game day. I'm going to repeat. Practice is a place where you let your weaknesses show because you're there to work on them so you won't be exposed come game day. So the ones that think they got it all figured out, but they're scared to work on their weaknesses, they are they're getting a row one, seat one to a weakness show come the weekend. All right? Don't let that be you. And I just want to give you a tip of that. Stop running from your weaknesses. I repeat, stop running from your weaknesses, people. Address them head on. Work on them. Know that it takes time to turn a weakness into a strength. Know that it takes time. You know, it's a process. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It takes time to be able to turn a weakness into a strength. But make the necessary step in the right direction. All right? I wanted to make sure that when you go to practice, you have the right mindset of what you're doing it for. So many times people go to practice and they dread going to practice, but practice is the place where you go to get better. I don't like going to practice. Well, that means you don't want to get better. All right? The more you put into something, the more you get out. The more you put into something, the more you get out. All right? I want you to understand how important practice is and believe in this word right here, reps. Take the reps. Take the swings. I'm getting ready to go down a list of things that you can do to get better right here. I need for you to take more ground balls. Get somebody to hit you more ground balls. Take the right reps. Take more reps because every hop is going to come off differently. It's going to come off differently. Work on the short hops, working through the ball. Work the backhand, work through the ball. Because a lot of young players struggle with the backhand. The backhand is not an easy move. It's not the most popular thing to go to when it comes to fielding because it's a lot of people's weakness. I want you to work on that backhand. All right? I want you to work on turning double plays. So many times as infielders, you get work, but you don't really work on everything. You don't work on all facets of the game. You just work on ground balls. You don't work on picks. You don't work on flashing to second base as if the pitcher is throwing a pickoff. You got to work on every part of the game. You don't work on holding a runner. Guys, you don't go all the way to the base to hold runners. I'm coaching 12U right now, a 12U team, and I have to constantly tell them at first, now they know, that you don't go all the way to the bag to hold them on like you're at first base. You don't do that. You don't just stand at second base like, hey, man, throw it to me if you're here, I'm here, and then try to haul your butt back to your position whenever he pitches. That ain't how baseball's played. Got to learn how to hold them. Hold them, and if there's a play, you flash your glove, and then he turns around and picks at second base. And for darn sure, you do not hold the runner on at third base. I just saved somebody. If you're a person, you do not hold them on at third base. Stop it. Get out of there. I'm helping you out. Do not. It drives me nuts. I remember one time I almost hollered, and it wasn't even my team. I saw a kid over there just standing on the base right next to the runner, and he's over here like this. I'm like, dude, hey, get off the bag. What are you doing? Holding them on? We ain't holding them on. That ain't first base. That wasn't even my team. It wasn't even my team. Everybody turned around like, I'm like, hey, look, I'm helping you out, coach, because you ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? So these are little tips to get better. You need to swing more. Take more dry swings. I have a song called 100 Swings a Day. You need to be on a regimen of at least 100 dry swings a day. Taking 100 dry swings a day. It helps to keep the K's away. 100 dry swings a day helps to keep the K's away. Not maxed out, donkey hacks, gorilla cuts. Not that. Just being able to get out in the driveway, get out in your front yard, not in your room, not in the living room where you could break something. Out in your front yard, you need to get your bat and take some dry swings, some mental cuts, some mental reps, just dry swings, just some feel-good swings. That bat path. All right? To be able to take that top hand, put your left hand across your chest and work through. Top hand across your chest and work through. And feel that top hand. Same thing with the bottom hand and work through. Doing some swings to clean up your bat paths. So many times you could be on time, but your bat path is dictating you missing that pitch that you've been waiting for. All right? Another tip that I want to give you today before we get off of here is I want to be able to make sure you understand that when you get to a ball field, right, and you've been waiting to put your equipment into the dugout, once you put your equipment in the dugout and you go out there to throw, to get loose and all that stuff for your game, after you have thrown and gotten loose, like with your body, done your stretching, as you start to walk back to the dugout, you'll probably notice over 90% of the time, there's going to be a pitcher that you're going to face warming up across the field. Either he's in the bullpen or he's throwing on the line across the field from you. I want to make sure that you know that he's giving you free looks for you to get your timing early. So many young players miss out on the opportunity to get their timing early. They miss out. Don't let it be you. Get your timing. Key in on separation when the pitcher comes set, lifts his leg up and separates. That's when you need to start your load. All right? If he's in his wind up, boom, boom, leg up, separation, start your load. Learn your timing before your first at bat. In the on-deck circles, make sure you utilize that time. That is the last time you have before your first at bat. Get your timing. That ain't the time to be putting in hot dog orders, Gatorade orders. That ain't the time to be doing all that kind of stuff. Make sure you do what you're supposed to do in the on-deck circle. Turn and face towards the pitcher. Don't just be open-chested, the pitcher out there, and I'm going to get my timing this way. No, turn around and do the best you can to put yourself in a position as if you were already in the box. Trust me, it's going to help you out on getting your timing. Okay? Got it?